So far, so good? All right, referring back to this, let's find the slope of the graph. From problem 1, from example 1. And I have to give you a point to find the slope there. The slope of this thing is always changing. It's probably a sideways parabola because the y is getting the square. So the slope of this would be ever changing. So I'm going to need to tell you specifically what point I want you to find the slope at. Let's say when x is -5 and y is negative. So y is less than 0.
That's a sideways parabola, isn't it going to have two slopes? Oh, no, no,
You're right, and that's why I had to throw this at you. Because if I just said when x equals -5, there'd be two places where x is -5 on a sideways parabola. So I want the one that's below the x-axis. So you found me out. Okay. What can we use to get that? What?
We'll find y.
Yeah, if it wanted us to put it in that form, but here all we need is the slope of that. So what?
Couldn't you find y in the first equation and then plug in that?
Okay, yeah. If it wants the slope, it's asking us to use the derivative. So here's your slope. Here's just the generic equation for finding slope is, in this case, -3/2y. What the heck are we supposed to plug in for y?
Make a chart.
Can't you just
We have to
take
plug in the negative.
the x,
Plug in
plug it
a
back,
negative number.
Yeah.
plug it back into the original one?
Good. We need an ordered pair here, right? And ordered pairs come from the original, I want to say function even though it's not a function, the original equation. I can say that. So we need a y value. So that we can plug it in and get our answer. To get that, we're going to use the original equation. That's what gives you x's and y's instead of x's and slopes. Derivative gets you x's and slopes. So let's say y squared plus 3x is 10, our original equation. What do we know we can plug in now? The -5 can go in for the x. That's why they had to give us that piece of information. So now we're looking at y squared minus 15, equals 10. So y squared is 25. So y is really,
Plus or minus?
technically plus minus 5.
Do we need the -5, don't we?
Yes. That was why they told us that, because they knew we were going to get two answers. I missed most of that, I'm sorry.
Just so when x is -5, y is
Yeah, when x is -5. So since this is a sideways parabola, it must look something like that. So it goes through -5, 5, and -5, -5. So they're focused on this point. So we'd expect our slope to be maybe a little bit negative. I drew that awfully, but you can still tell it's downward sloping, I think.
Downwards.
We're going to use y equals -5 because we're supposed to. So then y prime is going to be -3, not over 2y, but over 2 times -5. This is easy. 3/10. All right.
It's just right, there's some media pro classes are,
Hmm?
the media production classes are. You get one
Yeah.
computer for that.
I could, maybe, they probably have their own thing they do though.
They make videos. So.
An exciting video calculus class.
Riveting.
A++.
Okay,